Eli Manning is the greatest of all time. I mean, oh my God. Like, how does this dude beat this dude twice? Twice! Up until now, Eli Manning had more Super Bowls since he joined had just as much Super Bowls since he joined the league as Tom Brady did. Just imagine that. Eli Manning had just as many Super Bowls. Now this one, it was pathetic. The Rams gave him no chance. Guys dropping ball. Like, Jared Goff wasn't that bad. He wasn't that bad. He was just kind of thrown off his game a little bit. And when you're thrown off your game as a receiver, you have to like prop him up a little bit. You gotta make some catches. You gotta make some plays. I know he didn't play great, but Jesus, like Todd Gurley wasn't giving him anything. C.J. Anderson was all right. He was all right, and they had some dumb penalties that cost them in the end. The Patriots really had one penalty on Stephon Gilmore. I think that was their only penalty of the entire game. The Patriots didn't let penalties beat them. You had to beat them. They said, "Hey, Aaron Donald." I said in my prediction video. I said it. They're not going to allow Aaron Donald to be MVP. I just picked it because I like the numbers and I like the odds. But I knew they weren't going to allow Aaron Donald to be MVP. You just had a feeling. They weren't. They're not going to let your stars be stars. They're going to let your second tier guys play. Now everyone's like, "Oh, Sean McVay, they'll be back next year." Are you sure? Are you sure about that? I knew to pick. I didn't upload my predictions because I realized the audio was trash right when I was about to upload it, and by then it was too late to record another one. So we didn't get a prediction. But basically, just what I said was, I said it was gonna be 6-3 at halftime. 6-3. It was 3-0 at halftime. I lowballed it, and I said the final score would be something in the low 20s, but I had the Patriots winning by 2. And that was the main thing. I thought the Rams were going to do a backdoor cover, which it's not always a good thing to bet. But, when your backs are against the wall, I assume that, something would happen. Something. Like, well, what about this offensive genius in Sean McVay? I thought he was supposed to be some boy genius. It just, you can't trust the new people. Like, the Patriots knew they were going to win this game. It was kind of like Floyd Mayweather against Conor McGregor. They were just toying with him. They were just toying with the Rams. They're just toying. They knew that eventually they would have their way. And when the Patriots started rolling, they kept on going fast, and the Rams couldn't keep up. Just pounding the ball right down their throats. The Patriots know, just do your job. Tom Brady isn't a great thrower of the football or anything. He's not a more accurate than Jared Goff. He's not more anything than Jared Goff. Not more athletic. It's the trust that people have in him. That's his main factor. And that's what a good leader does. Bill Belichick, you saw at the end of the game, he was kind of like sentimental, like, I'm glad. I'm glad I kept him. Because he gave me, he gave me 2 more Super Bowl appearances and 1 more Super Bowl. It's not guaranteed that a quarterback will get you another Super Bowl. You need somebody that, is not going to make a mistake. Tom Brady's, he threw that pick, that was early in the game. He doesn't do a lot of mistakes late in the game. And I said in my prediction video, this game reminds me more of Atlanta than it does the Eagles, and that's why I had the Patriots winning. I said it's a young team who's hot all of a sudden, flashy. They're the new thing, the best thing since sliced bread, and then they get their ass handed to them. The thing with the Eagles was they had a lot of veterans on their team. They had a lot of, even though the Rams did kind of, but the Eagles had a lot of veterans on their team. They had their staff was great. And another thing I want to talk about is Bill Belichick and Tom Brady. I feel like they're more sentimental than they usually are. Like, usually after a Super Bowl, this one felt kind of different, because it was the one that, like, put him on top. It put him, like, the oldest, the oldest quarterback to win, the oldest coach to win. And the fact, I feel like there's 3 tiers in Tom Brady's career. You got that first 3 or 4 Super Bowl, 3 Super Bowls. Then you had the Eli Manning phase. He went 10 years without winning one. Now it's the last final stage. And there might even be a stage after this of him being bad and like a Joe Montana. But he said, once I start playing bad, I'll stop. Because he knows. He's like, eventually when I can't lead my team to win, eventually when I'm starting to let my teammates down, then I'll quit. But Bill Belichick, all of them are like really emotional. I know it's Tom Brady. He was talking to all the Rams players. He was talking to them and saying, you'll be back. No. Patrick Mahomes will be back. I can tell you that much. The Rams will not be back next year. I try to warn you. I said they're too much stars, and if a star isn't playing well, they play too much individually. And that reminded me a lot of the Falcons. That reminded me a lot of the Seahawks when the Patriots beat them. You know, a lot of stars. The Seahawks had a little more cohesion, but the Rams are playing a lot of one-year contracts. A lot of players might not re-sign, even though it's a hotbed now because they made the Super Bowl. I think all their players are just they kind of I said in the beginning, they kind of just decided, hey, here are all these players, I'm just going to throw them around, hopefully something happens that's good. You know, I'll trust the coaches, trust this, trust that. But Sean McVay's not there yet. You know, Wade Phillips, if you said you hold him to the Patriots 13 points, I think he'd take that any day of the week. Besides last Sunday, when the offense couldn't get more than 3 points. Who's to blame for it? Most, I would say it's I don't know the time of possession, but the Rams could not get a first down. I knew it. They could not move the ball. I was like, okay, the Patriots are moving the ball easily, even though they're not scoring right now. They're just going to be patient. And they're making unpatriot-like mistakes, but the Rams could not move the ball. The Patriots knew we can run down this clock whenever we want. We have control of this game. We dictate the pace of this game, and that's what happened. So I blame Todd Gurley and C.J. Anderson for not really running that well, and a couple of stupid holding penalties that kind of ruined momentum of the drives. You know, Jared Goff, it wasn't really. He was shocked. He was surprised, and I don't blame him. It's only his third year, and you had the youngest quarterback to pretty much be in a Super Bowl, and he had all these things thrown at him. You know, Patrick Mahomes was shocked too. It took him until the second half. And that's because he had Andy Reid at the helm. You know. Without Cooper Kupp, it's kind of like Eli without Odell, people say, or whatever. It's just a one receiver, and that's what happens when you're young. You kind of target one receiver. That's what happens to Carson Wentz. He targets Zach Ertz all the time. You know, a tight end shouldn't have the most receptions on your team. A tight end shouldn't have the most receptions. He had that bond with Cooper Kupp. They kind of felt each other, and he was never the same without Cooper Kupp. And great quarterbacks, you know, Tom Brady could deal without Rob Gronkowski. He could deal without Julian Edelman. He didn't have Julian Edelman for the first 4 games. You know, and they just found a way to figure it out. Football is all about coaching. It's all about coaching and putting your players in the best position to make plays and not make mistakes. You know, I wish the Giants were more like this. You know, it seems like, okay, why it's so easy. Why can't, you know, just don't have any dumb penalties? Don't, you know, it's all my takeaway from this is Eli Manning is the greatest of all time. Just kidding. Eli Manning is a first ballot Hall of Famer. I don't think it's disputed now. He beat this dude twice. Okay? He beat the best offense. Even though we had the best offense, they got held to 14 points. But yeah, do you know who scored more points? The Giants did. You know, when it came down to it, I mean, the Patriots only scored 13 this game. But Jared Goff couldn't get 17 like Eli did. You know, it just game just has me sick. You know, it's like it makes me feel good because now Eli gets propped up. I just wish the Patriots would have won last year, so it's like 7 now, and it makmakes Eli's more special. This dude Nick Foles beat him because if Jared Goff would have beaten him, it would have tainted. No joke, it would have tainted Eli's a little bit. You know, it's 5-4, and I said in my prediction the Patriots will not lose 2 Super Bowls in a row. That's just not gonna happen. You know, you just feel it. You got to close your eyes and think. What can I see happening? You know, the experience will beat the non-experience. They had 10, 15 times the experience as the Rams, and that's what ended up happening. Anyway, let me know your guys' takeaways are in the comment section down below. If I had to give a prediction for next year's Super Bowl, I would say it's going to be Cowboys-Chiefs. Cowboys-Chiefs, okay? Mark me on that. No, just kidding. It's not going to be Cowboys-Chiefs. But I don't think the Rams are going to be back. I think Drew Brees is on his back 1. You know, he's done. I think Drew Brees is done, but in the beginning of the season he'll play well, and then he'll just fade off, and then they're going to have to play. I think next year's the year where they're going to start playing like Teddy Bridgewater and stuff, because, you know. So as far as next year, I mean, we have all offseason to talk about it, but as far as next year, the top teams I can see in the NFC are the Cowboys, maybe the 49ers, if they have a good draft. And I think the Giants, if they can draft a quarterback, that'd be great. Or shore up their offensive line, they'll be up there too, as well as the Eagles. So yeah, anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Oh yeah, and by the way, the NFC and the AFC East are completely ruling over the league. Now it's like a combined 20 Super Bowls. Enough said. The East division, yeah, we're good. And as far as the AFC, the contenders I can see are the Chiefs, I don't think I think the Steelers are done. I think their window's closed. So are the Jaguars. Their window is closed. The Texans, no. I think Andrew Luck is a little overrated right now. Especially, I was looking at the Pro Bowl. Andrew Luck cannot throw the ball. Like, you can tell people that are accurate, like Russell Wilson, they'll always be good. Even the Seahawks only have 4 draft picks, but, you have Russell Wilson, you'll be good. But Andrew Luck cannot throw the ball, and I think he's a little turnover happy. This video is going on way too long. But next year, I think the Patriots are going to still win the division. The Jets will challenge them a little bit. That's the only team that could challenge them. And I think the Browns are going to be really good next year, too. I think the Browns have a chance to win the division. Don't quote me on that. But that might be one of my picks. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. This is a long outro, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.